Alright guys, this is technically a re-upload of two videos I made, fun facts about Davy and fun facts about Mike, because today is their birthday, and on my Instagram, I drew for them, and I made an edit for them, so, go follow me on Instagram. So, because last year I already drew a drawing of them, but I didn't really like how it looked, so, I guess I technically re-drew them a drawing or whatever, so, anyways, enjoy the video. Let's see how my Peter Tork video did. I hope it got some views.
It's sweet, sweet, sweet victory.
You're watching Nickelodeon. Now back to the monkeys.
I was not expecting for this video to blow up so much. I didn't realize it was gonna do so well. Then again, though, you know, Peter Tork, he's the adorable monkey. All right, you know, he's there. He baby, you know, he wouldn't hurt a fly. I mean, he'd sold his soul for a harp. It was crazy. But like I said in that video, I promised I would make 3 more. And today's video is about Davy Jones. He was the same height as me. I am 5'3". I need a moment to let that sink in. Alright, I need a moment.
7A.
What number is this, Chip?
7A.
Okay, no, I mean, like, don't get excited, man. It's because I'm short, I know.
This fun fact is quick, so I'm just gonna run by it quickly. David Bowie's full name is David Robert Jones. We already have a David Jones, so David Bowie had to change his name to David Bowie. Alright, moving on. Davy Jones appeared on The Ed Sullivan Show on February 9th, 1964 with a cast of Oliver, where he plays the Artful Dodger. If that year sounds familiar to you, that's because that's the same day and the same year the Beatles made their debut on The Ed Sullivan Show. So Davy's like right there, he was watching the Beatles do their little dancey dance or whatever. By the way, I'm not gonna show footage, but if you Google Davy as the Artful Dodger, you know, on The Ed Sullivan Show, that man's is small. And I'm not just saying that because, you know, he's 5'3". That man's is a small bean.
I'd do anything for you, dear, anything for you, mean everything to me. I know that I'd go anywhere for your smile, anywhere for your smile, everywhere I see.
This is also a quick little fun fact, and it might not be mentioned in my Mike Nssmith video, but Davy and Mike share a birthday. It's as simple as that. Now, I did mention in my Peter Tork video that Peter, Mike, and Davy got drafted, so I wanted to get more into that. Davy was drafted into the Army in 1967, the U.S. Army, but he was eventually excused because it was shown that he was his family's only source of financial support, because his dad suffered from poor health and was no longer able to work. That's crazy. Well, how sweet of him, though. Which, actually, one of our fun facts will be about his family again, so let's just, you know, wait for that.
Oh, I could hide neath the wings of the bluebird as she sings.
I never knew this. Okay, so this fun fact is crazy, alright? It's a very interesting fun fact that... How do I even describe it? Where did I even put it? Hold on a minute. I thought I lost it for a minute. Alright, so when Davy went on tour with Oliver, he had steak at every meal for a month to celebrate his climate as a performer for his first American visit. Because he never had it growing up. Listen, man, I'm not one to judge British people. In fact, I don't even know what British people eat besides the memes of fish and chips and beans on toast. But, like, steak is good. But, like, for breakfast? I shouldn't judge him. He was young. He was on tour. Every meal for a month. For a month! Steak! Breakfast, lunch, dinner. Did you have it for dessert? I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I bet that made Peter upset. Because Peter's a vegetarian. Well, he was a vegetarian. I hate having to say was sometimes.
The 6 o'clock alarm would never ring.
Hold on, I have to scroll this fun fact. I don't know if any of y'all knew this, but I already knew this. An avid equestrian for most of his life, Davy Jones reared horses on his farms in both Pennsylvania and Florida. Alright, I didn't know about the Florida part, because I know he died in Florida. And can I just say, no. I'm not insulting Florida in this video. I need to stop doing that. Pennsylvania, though, they have a whole town that's on fire. Like, if you all know about Centralia, that place is on fire. Every day. For years now. Since the 50s. On fire. And I don't know what to say, because, like, that's just crazy.
But it rings, and I rise, wipe the sleep out of my eyes.
This last fun fact is well known, I think. And I'm sorry that this is the last fun fact. It's a bit short. Davey didn't really have much of interest for me to put on this video. But when Davey first visited home, London, after becoming a monkey, his father refused to let him inside until he got a haircut. His haircut, twice. He did mention this in an interview. So the way he reacted to that was buying his family a new house. And the reason why is, to quote Davy himself, so now he has to let me in. That's the smartest thing I've heard all day. I actually don't, I can't say anything about that. If I could find the interview, I would. So, I can't. Don't know where it is. You're lucky I was able to pull that Artful Dodger Oliver thingy up my ass, bro. Or whatever. So the next video, we're gonna talk about my favorite Texan, Save the Texas Prairie Chickens, Mike Nssmith, Tex Nssmith. So I'll see you all later. And by later, I mean tomorrow. Well, it's midnight right now, but whatever. My next video will be about Mike Nssmith, whose mother invented liquid paper. That's right. Think about that when you go to sleep tonight. Liquid paper.
My shaving razor's cold and it stings. Cheer up, sleepy Jean. Oh, what can it mean to a daydream believer and a homecoming queen?
We talked about Peter Tork, we talked about Davy Jones, and now we're talking about everyone's favorite Texan with the wool hat, Michael Nssmith!
Hey, that's a groovy button. What does it say?
Love is the ultimate trip.
Oh, that's a nice thought.
That's a groovy button. What does it say?
Save the Texas Prairie Chicken.
Today's video, we have a lot of interesting facts about Mike Nssmith. A lot of things I never even knew about him. Just a lot. Okay, it's crazy how many things I didn't know about Mike Nssmith. All I knew about him was that, he's Texan, and he wants you to save the Texas Prairie Chicken, which is still endangered. So go save the Texas Prairie Chicken, please, for Mike's sake. I know he dead, but come on, man. The man's he looking down. He's like, no one's saving the chickens. So, all right, I need to stop. Let's get on to the first fun fact of the video.
Slowly I walk through the gently falling rain.
We're talking about this fun fact first because I learned about this from watching this concert the Monkees had, the live summer tour in 2001, and Mickey mentioned this.
Why don't you be like me? Mickey, why don't you come back?
Mickey, wait, stop, Mickey, hold on.
The colors! The colors!
It's all right.
It's not a mosh
Okay, Mickey, you're fine now.
The colors!
Okay, Mickey, look, it's
It's your pals here. It's Peter and David here. We're okay now. You're okay.
Who the hell are you? Oh, jeez. Hey, it's the monkeys.
Yeah.
Wow. Hey, where's that other guy with a hat whose mother invented liquid paper?
Mike Nssmith.
Mike Nssmith, yeah, but he's gone. The colors.
Now, come on. It's okay. Look, is there anything I can get you at all?
Yeah, Prozac and gin malt.
And it got me curious about that. Like, how do you make paper liquid? Anyways, let's get on to it. So, Mike was the son of Betty Nssmith Graham, who was born Betty Claire McMurray, and Warren Audrey Nssmith. Michael's mom was a legal secretary / typist in Houston, Texas, and on account of her hobby of painting, she came up with the idea and invented liquid paper typing correction fluid, and made an enormous fortune overnight. That's pretty cool, man. So just Michael was just born with talent, bro. That guy's crazy. I mean, well, he's Texan, so who am I to judge? You know, like who am I to judge?
And I know that I will never pass this way again.
Why did the army want the monkeys, bro? What were they gonna do? Okay, dial it back now. Mike spent 14 months in the U.S. Air Force, where he took over a general's airplane while cleaning the airplane. So I guess that got him kicked out. I got nothing else to say about that. Again, why did they want the monkeys, bro? All right, where's that clip of them pretending they're in Warren Head? Editing Amy, can you roll that clip for a minute?
I can't see, it's too deep.
What'd you say?
I said I can't see, it's too deep. I've got to have a boost or something.
Yeah, you stand on my helmet. It's too heavy, I don't want to wear it. It's a drag, it presses down on my head.
You really ought to wear your helmet, Nicky.
What for?
Well, you might get a shot in the head, for one thing.
Shot in the head, wow. Why didn't you say a shot in the arm or a shot in the leg? Then a sniper could be on top of that mountain and blow off the right half of my chest, or a plane could come zooming in through that pass and drop a bomb on my head.
Well, I'm wearing mine.
That's cool.
All right, need a volunteer. We're out of ammo. I'll go. See that you do.
Hold it. This is for life.
What's 19? What's 19, Ripper?
Someone here.
We're number one. We're number one. We're number one.
Missed one. Mac, number? Actually, I was just here about some ammo. Mr. One?
Day in and day out.
Excuse me, sir.
Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where'd he go?
Oh, boy. He just came over. He'll never make it through this intense bombardment. Nobody could. Here, Mick. I got this for you.
Wow.
I thought you'd like it better.
Stars. Hey, that's
nice?
great, Pete.
Yeah. Okay, you guys ready? Okay, guys. Let's hit that line.
You know you didn't have to play the whole thing, right? Like, trying to get my ass in trouble or something? Damn, editing Amy. She's spicy on that one, you know, even though basically it's me. I don't condone any of her actions, alright? I heard that, Amy. Ugh, I better shut her up and move on to the next clip.
Never wondering why teardrops chafing my eyes.
I'm gonna elaborate more on this in another video because IMDb isn't giving me like a more definitive answer. Like, it's not giving me a full in-depth, like, you know, thing for this fun fact, which is the fact that Michael basically invented MTV. People refer to him as the stepfather of MTV. There's a lot of things, but according to IMDb, he sold the idea of MTV to Time Warner and created a proof of concept for a 24-hour music television in the form of 6.5-hour shows called Pop Clips. Time Warner aired Pop Clips on Nickelodeon channel for testing, and it was an instant hit. Mike then moved on to other projects after the testing phase, as he did not wish to be involved in managing a television network. Now, I'm not the one to be like, you know, this and that, but, you know, maybe, and I'm not, you know, maybe if the Nssmiths were involved with MTV just a little bit, it wouldn't, you know, like, don't get me wrong, MTV, at its prime, did very well from when it came out to the 90s and a bit of the early 2000s before declining with awesomeness all the time. Like, Catfish and all these other things. That's not what MTV was. MTV was music television. You know, the VMAs, the interviews, Headbangers Ball, Kurt Loder. So I'm just saying that maybe if Mike was involved with it, I mean, it would still do well in the 80s and 90s and early 2000s, but it wouldn't suck as much now if, like, any of the Nssmiths were involved. But I can understand how hard it would be to manage a television network. And again, we will talk more about it in another video. But let's move on to the next fun fact, which of course is about Mike's infamous wool hat. Or cap, but it's the same thing.
Longing to be where the noted kisses fall.
That's like half the shit that the Monkees biopic got wrong. So, in the Monkees biopic, Mike's first wife Phyllis dropped off the audition. But that's not what happened. See, for his first interview with the Monkees, he was wearing his infamous wool hat to keep the hair out of his eyes while driving his motorcycle. He was also carrying a bag of laundry because he had to do some laundry after his interview because there was a laundromat on his way home nearby. And, yeah, because of his hat, the producers, Bob and Bert, Raffleson and Schneider, remembered him as Wool Hat, and they wanted to name his character that, but Mike obviously was like, no, what the fuck? What do you mean? You're gonna call me Wool Hat? It's a stupid name!
Lingering and still, while quietly they tell their all. Blue is the color of the sun.
It's the ghost of Michael Nssmith has come back to haunt me. I didn't mean to badmouth MTV. Please. So during the 1980s, Mike built up the largest non-theatrical home video catalog in the world called Pacific Arts Corporation. Yeah, that kind of smells like PBS, don't you think? We'll get into that more. It owned the rights to everything from I Can't Pronounce That to The Undersea World of Jacques Cousteau and Ken Burns' The Civil War. Mike, no! Pacific Arts licensed the right to use the PBS logo on the titles in its catalog, which had been aired on the PBS, and developed the PBS home video label. The venture ended in a lawsuit with PBS that resulted in a 6-week trial in federal court. A jury unanimously found PBS liable for intentional misrepresentation, intentional concealment, negligent misrepresentation, international inferences, and in breach of the covenant of, I can't read today. They awarded Pacific Arts and Nssmith real and punitive damages totaling more than $47 million Oh my god, PBS and Nssmith subsequently settled for an undisclosed sum. You good with that, Mike? I didn't mean it.
And nothing stops when everything is done.
So, according to IMDb, after the show ended, Nssmith enrolled part-time at the University of California in Los Angeles, where he studied American history and music history. And you know what? That's alright. You do you, man. I mean, Rivers went to college. I mean, he was still in Weezer, but, you know, he was like, you know what? I'm gonna take a break and go to college, so, you know.
Now my whole world opens up in different rhymes and tunes, with the highways making up the verse.
Apparently, Mike created this video game development company called Zumo Productions, which I want to see what games they made. Ain't no way. Zumo Production. Alright, games. Alright, I can't find anything about Zumo. I guess did they even ever exist? Mike Scos, if you can hear me, what the heck is Zumo Productions, bro?
And then suddenly I see the light of something called the moon. And though my path is planned, it's not rehearsed.
For our final fun fact, we're going to be talking about Michael's movie for a minute. So, his comedy movie Elephant Parts, which came out in 1981, won the first Grammy Award for a video record. So, it's pretty cool. Also, he was born the exact same date as Fred Ward. I don't know who Fred Ward is. I hope old ladies don't come at me with their cane. Please don't. Please. I ain't doing anything wrong. I don't know who that man is, alright? You can't blame me for not... Oh, he was in Chain Reaction as the FBI agent. God damn it! I knew I didn't like that man's... Alright, I'm kidding, alright? I'm kidding. Stop. Cut it out. I'm just being silly. I love Chain Reaction. It's my favorite Kiki movie. People need to give it more love. Alright? Give it more respect. But that's the video. I'll see you all in the final fun fact video, where we'll be talking about the man I saw live, Mickey Dolenz.
So I move along to the next thing on the list, knowing full well that some of them just don't exist. But I am finally alone, and where my footsteps down is where it's home.